What?
It's indeed a privilege to introduce your senior speaker today, Michael Katz.
Mr. Schmick, Mrs. Turner, faculty, fellow students, mom and dad, we are alone. When we sit down in our rooms, when we lie down to sleep, and even when we eventually die, we are and will be alone. But I'm not up here to talk about loneliness, aloneness, or death. I'm up here to discuss that inherent drive that we have to be with those around us, and ultimately, to form lasting friendships. We are creatures of companionship. I've always considered myself a person not only satisfied with being alone, but one who cherishes my time alone. I have at times criticized others who cannot stand to be alone. As the existentialist philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre once said, "If you are lonely when you're alone, you are in bad company." And near the end of 11th grade, I even selfishly broke up with a longtime girlfriend because, among other things, I wanted more time to myself. But just like everyone else, I've always felt the need to be social, and I've enjoyed being with friends over other things. How could I claim to be so comfortable with loneliness, yet constantly feel the desire to be with friends and follow the expected weekend ritual of high school students? To solve this dilemma, I decided to look elsewhere for guidance, searching for clues in science and human nature that would answer my question. The majority of the literature I turned to indicated that not only are we attracted to others, but that we ultimately cannot survive without those around us. We are not even the only species who is programmed this way. Wolves travel in packs, and fish travel in schools. We are in a constant quest to surround ourselves with those who are similar to us. We strive to create groups. We don't need names to identify our friend groups, but names help to give us a palpable sense of togetherness. Sports are absolutely essential for this feeling of kinship. Aside from their intrinsic physical value, they provide this very sense of unity, a group of people under a common title. A team is an artificial construct that in the end satisfies our need to unite with others under a common goal. A group of psychologists testing the impact of touch and tactile communication among teammates showed that NBA teams that communicate through touch the most during the preseason perform better during the season, regardless of preseason expectations. Although created less than 40 years ago, the high five has become a staple of our everyday lives and a symbol that represents friendship and symbolizes acquaintance. But sports offer us something perhaps more important than a sense of team. In their book, All Things Shining, a philosophical guide to analyzing modernity, Hubert Dreyfus and Sean Dorrance-Kelly claim that the meaning of life in our modern society is defined by a collective whooshing, an experience that sweeps us off our feet and transports us to a place where each of us is no longer an individual, but a force in a crowd of unified emotions. We forget our role as people and instead feel as one with those around us and at peace with ourselves as a part of humankind. This whooshing tells us that we are not alone, that others can see something happen and respond the exact same way. It's a collective knowledge that's indescribable and unique to every individual whoosh. On the surface, we root for sports teams because we like to win and because we love the game. But we have subconscious motives. The search for that transcendent feeling where we can finally feel like we are a part of something. We bear the bitter cold to watch the Ravens and occasionally make the trek to DC to root for the Caps. But for me, it hasn't just been about the whooshing. It has been about those unique moments in a crowd of people where I connect with one person, where one person makes me feel like maybe we all are connected somehow, and that we are fundamentally created in the same way. And on the off chance that I achieve this special connection, I am willing to compromise my alone time and cater to the uncertainty of what's going on around me. But these connections do not come frequently. We give up on people we know, feel alone as a species, and must look to the cosmos to cure our loneliness. Now that we know our solar system, galaxy, and much of the space beyond, we look intently for life on other stars. We look not to discover a new world and explore it for ourselves, but instead for the knowledge that there is, in fact, somebody else out there. Our eternal quest for companionship has resulted in a determined exploration of the cosmos to find life on other planets. We constantly send signals into space in the hopes that one day, alien life will find us, and we will encounter a world like our own. As the great astronomer Carl Sagan wrote, "We've crossed the solar system and sent 4 ships to the stars, but there are no distant relatives, no humans, and apparently no life waiting for us in the other worlds. But we continue to search for inhabitants. Life looks for life." We look into the sky yet fail to accept the friendship offered by those around us, proving that we as humans cannot fully appreciate others and cannot be satisfied. We often do things that repel others. Although we constantly seek it, companionship is sometimes selfish. We put undue pressures on partners and friends to enhance us in some way, a concept that psychologists call self-expansion. If our companions do not cause us to experience self-expansion, we discard them and look for new friends. We often find ourselves wishing for the failure of those around us. We feel jealousy when others are praised. We consider our own needs above others and are sometimes unreasonably selective of those with whom we associate. But we are ultimately social creatures, caught up in a quest to build a social network and reduce our fears of loneliness. The internet, aside from making us closer to our established friends, has connected a world of people previously separated by geographical barriers. After getting my first taste of Facebook at the beginning of 9th grade, my addiction has progressed to a level that I previously thought impossible. Before I close any tab, for some reason, my mouse clicks the Facebook button, leading to a minimum 5-minute distraction. I find it addictive to scroll down my newsfeed, catching up on the intricacies of my friends' lives and the lives of people I might not even know. Mindlessly scrolling through pictures of people that, quite frankly, I often don't even care about. I don't care how many times you deny it, you, like I, photostalk. The reason social networks like Facebook, Twitter, and Foursquare are so popular is that we are compensating for a lack of contact in our physical lives with the click of a button, revealing the actions and whereabouts of the people we know. But whether we do it through the internet, by looking through a telescope for alien life, or through the simple act of grazing the person walking past us, we all need to know that in the end, we are not alone. Thank you.